There is no heat in the bedrooms, and 2 children per cot sleep together for warmth, 4 per bunk. They all get the same allotment and issue of clothes, knapsack, cup, and toothbrush. I was very, very touched by the sweetness of these children and the efforts of an idealistic, friendly, and welcoming staff. Bless them all.
Thank you. Demo. Okay. Demo.
Our concepts of health are merging with the East, especially for long term, especially as certain preventable mortality rises with conditions such as obesity, heart disease, environmental carcinogens, and basic overall safety.
So this is a state hospital right here.
It's new and beyond the financial means of many residents.
You can see here that they pretty much have to take care of their own.
The chief complaints are similar: high blood pressure, arthritis, but here TB is more real. 5 minutes away is a general clinic for others, the minorities. When I spoke with the doctors here and in other areas about what they needed most, they said more doctors. Caring for the poor, they are understaffed and overworked, overwhelmed at times. One hadn't had a vacation in a year. No such thing as privacy in these modest triage rooms. They are very open. All ages with any kind of problem can walk in. A fortunate rarity, this non-state-run clinic survives by the good charity of foreigners, among others.
I interviewed all these patients up here. The old lady, the young boy got a skin problem, the old lady has a kidney problem. They're both on IVs. Yeah.
I found a good array of common Western medicines, as well as making here their own traditional meds with blessed substances and herbs. In cities there are numerous clean Main Street and shopping mall private hospital clinics. Here welcoming staff are dressed as nurses.
Every place has a special, or something free, or some gifts.
This hospital had good sales technique, offering free blood and urine tests. The basic services read like those of the West, offering reproductive services, prenatal care, care for women, care for youth, for elderly, for communicable diseases. They list regular health, prevention, and maintenance checkups. You pay, it's not free.
Health education.
Health education.
Something here is for birth control.
Yes, abortions are not questioned, and in the countryside the various medical clinics post the heavy fines levied on those who officially have more than the allotted number of children. Boys are still preferred, although you wonder if anyone listens, as there is no shortage of children running around. Here it states a hefty 500 yen fine for any woman marrying before age 20, or boy before 22.
This is a local hospital.
You don't have children out of wedlock in China, unless you're very wealthy or you hide them. This manager outlaid the many services, but mainly abortions, he said. Hey, I know a place on the street where you can get cheap new teeth. Here's a dentist with no gloves, using the same drill dipped in a little alcohol, and a woman taking nothing for pain. Like in the U.S., medical care is increasingly a business, now profit-oriented as well. I met extremely dedicated people of service and pure entrepreneurs alike. The SARS scare has made it clear that our challenges are interconnected. Testing for several communicable diseases are now free throughout, from what I could see. Naturally, most outlying areas can't afford such diagnostic machines such as CAT scans and MRIs. If you are poor and sick, it seems there's little that will be done, and little network besides your own family to care. As with the West, the wealthy can shop here or anywhere internationally for the best options for them, and they do. What's with the animal spirits here? This shaman's temple has spells and powerful prayers, talismans, and remedies. Some continue to learn to coexist with the New World's medicines, and vice versa. Medical care now in China has a full range of services, and the level of care varies greatly. In the modern cities, care is becoming indistinguishable to some of our own hospitals, several connected to and exchanging with our higher institutions here. This is a most positive direction for humanity's focus. In an ancient monastery near the great Leishan Buddha, I met with a head monk whose devotion was spreading Buddha's teachings of compassion and service. He says he's deeply concerned that the world is in a very dangerous situation and can be largely destroyed. He believes the wisdom and quality of compassion can save it. He was brave going on camera, stating his tremendous faith in America. He says world peace and human safety depends on the ambitions of the United States. He says America leads the world, will never fall back, and always move forward, because it allows people who have talents, creativity, and skills to participate and grow.
And it's difficult for him to be a monk here and do his practice.
Here in China, he said, the spiritual practices are going down. In China, it is who you know in life. And now especially, everything is all oriented around money.
I really appreciate all the servants of peace in all the religions. It's the same concern in America all over the world, and tell him I thank him, and I'll think of him and in his practice, and that I wish him well in his practice. And these are very challenging times, both in America and here, and that it's very important, his kind of service, and it inspires me for the work I like to do. So I pray for him to continue his service.
Faith was being reduced and lost to tourism. The government here controls the purse, who gets the positions, monitors and restricts the message. We must lead, he said. It's our duty.
I like the idea of us trying to help China move in the right direction, because we need each other. I think our present leader in the United States has not been helping with world peace, but that people in the United States hopefully will move in that direction.
He says the human heart needs compassion, and our politics allows great scientists and faiths such as Buddhism alike to be fostered. In America's open environment, he felt that true virtues could be nourished and spread to save us all. His trust and faith in this and us was staggering. Will we live up to his vision? I know some are trying their best.
Well, tell him thank you very much for his service, and that humankind benefits very much. And he's as important as anyone in America, and his thoughts and his prayers and his feelings. Yeah, you should know that. Yeah. He's a very special man. Tell him he's a very special man. Yeah. And for him to keep the faith and because I can't do what I'd like to do unless I know people like him here. Not easy to feel the peace of the Buddha here.
With tourism thriving, there are no vestiges of spiritual practice around the wonder and ancient Longmen Buddha caves outside Luoyang. But we can find encouragement in a peace sign that is over 1,500 years old. As for Muslims, you can find several large new mosques going up. There is no Arabic spoken, and certainly not the political use of the word jihad allowed. As in this Taoist temple, a universal tendency can be found, with our grandparents keeping up the old ways, and the accompanying teenagers bored and more interested in talking on their cell phones.
So we're looking at the Kanding Catholic Church. So I was told that there's a Catholic church, and here it is in Guilin.